X-Men FM.
Hugh Jackman thinks it's going to be one of the biggest films, or the biggest film of the franchise. It certainly looks good. Why do you think it's been so successful, the X-Men franchise?
I am not a huge fan of fantasy genre. I don't quite have the imagination to relate to it. It's all happening over there somewhere, and I don't get involved, and I think, how did they do that? Or, as often enough, why did they bother doing that? But X-Men is about something. So for all the special effects, for all the wondrous things, magical things that happen, although you're invited to imagine what the future will be like, at the heart of it all is this concern, this argument. What do you do if you're a mutant? What do you do if you're not a mutant, but you know a mutant? What do you do? That's basically what it's all about. So even as people are sitting there enjoying themselves and being taken out of the real world, they're constantly being dragged back into it because the people on screen have a problem. And it's a problem that we know about in our lives as well. So I would hope that's why X-Men has been popular. But then, when you've got Hugh Jackman on screen, who wouldn't want to go and see a movie with Hugh in it?
Days of Future Past, obviously the major theme of the film, and it would be remiss of me not to ask this question. I mean, you've led a wonderful, rich, varied life. But if you could go back to the 70s, let's say, what advice would you give to your younger self?
I don't know about advice, but I just say it's going to get better, Ian, don't worry. There will be a day when you don't have to pretend that you're not gay. So get on with being yourself as soon as possible, because that's the only way to live your life.
Just quickly before we go, we had a little chat on our show yesterday, and I said I was coming to speak to you today. We were talking about everyday superpowers, the normal things that people revel in. I just wondered if I could give you a couple of examples, and maybe you could rate these for us. So people's everyday superpowers. Helen, for example, she can go to any party and go to a kitchen and know exactly where the glasses are, which cupboard the glasses are going to be in.
Brilliant.
You like that one?
I do. She can come to my house and tell me. I've just moved back home to London after 9 months away, working with Pat Stewart on Broadway in 2 plays. And could I find the glasses? Helen, come and help, yes.
Jason can judge a kettle boiling so well that he can pick it up just as it's about to click off and finish boiling. So literally it'll click off mid-air as he pours.
I admire that, but
yeah.
He's got autism, and he should go and see somebody about it. I have a tap that I turn on and has boiling water in it. I don't have a kettle in my house.
He's doing well. He's doing well for himself.
Join the real world.
He's doing well for himself. Mine's, by the way, my everyday superpower is that I can be in central London. Obviously, we work in central London, and I can pick out any tourist and probably tell you where they're from. I don't have to hear their accent. Just by looking at them. Are you being serious? I can look at him, I go, there's a German. Italian.
And do you go down and check whether you're right?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Somebody should make a film about you, and who was the other one? Helen and
Jason.
Jason,
yeah.
Yes. You're a good trio, I think.
Ian McKellan, thank you very much.
All right.
X-Men FM.